Hey everyone. Quick area of triangle. I'm going to do the same thing that I showed you earlier. Sorry, second hour that I couldn't get that sound figured out. Um, but third hour, thanks Matt B, right, for figuring out how I can get my sound to work on a video, how I presented. So thanks a lot for that for sure. But when I say area of a triangle, this is why they insert this in the law of sines section, by the way. The first thing you should think of immediately is 1/2 base times height. Okay, and then taking a minute to write that. So, all right, great. So if I add all those letters and numbers, I'd be able to stick the numbers in and find the area. Well, here's why it's in the trig section. Just like the guy in the video today for deriving the law of sines, you can also derive an area formula. So in this question, the way this drawing is, side A is the base. So here we go. We're going to start substituting. Whatever A is as a number, it would go in that position. Well, that's not a big deal, Mr. Samuelis. It's looking just like my grade school examples. Well, then we're going to do what the guy did for deriving the law of sines. Let's derive what the height is in terms of trigonometry. And he did this is almost exactly what he did, but now we're going to turn this into an area formula. Now when you focus just on the blue right triangle, H is the opposite side of angle B. And then I didn't write this yet, but this is side C all the way across angle C. But for the blue triangle, I don't know, make that blue, I guess. That's the hypotenuse. So that's the trick. This may help you with understanding what was done earlier today to derive the law of sines. So in terms of trigonometry, sine of B, now that I'm dealing with a right triangle and the blue thing, equals H over C. And then solving for H, because that's what I want to replace, multiply both sides by sine. So the height, maybe we'll put this in yellow for substitution, is actually whatever side C is times the sine of B. And there you go. I want you to notice something. If you look at this overall and I erase all this now, except for the two side measures C and A and angle B, this is an SAS scenario. What we're saying is if you're given SAS, you can just insert the sides and the angle in this formula and the answer is there. That's what a formula is. Now, as the guy said about his deriving the law of sines, what if I flip the triangle over and drop the perpendicular from C or from B? Then these two formulas would result. 1/2 AB sine of, can anyone guess what the angle measure would be? Look at this, side A, side C, sine of B. I really want to make SAS happen. And it's angle C. That is another SAS scenario. Or if I flipped it around and dropped a different height to a different base, then it would be 1/2 BC sine of, anyone? A. So these are formulas that would work just by plugging the numbers in and pressing enter and getting your answer. Of course, triangle PQR, sine PQ, sine of R, right? You'd have to see it probably in a drawing. But all right, so let's call this ABC. And, and then you can see that this is just a plug and chug. This is B, this is C, and here you go. You got a perfect scenario, one of those three that I showed up there. 1/2, this is the BC sine A one. You don't have to really know the letters. If that's side angle side, then you can just stick the numbers in, go to your calculator, press enter. It's game over, man. Oh, man, or whatever. Sine of 23 degrees. Okay, and then just make sure your calculator's in degrees mode, degrees, or else we're doomed. And then second quit, 0.5 times 8 times 11. That's why I always ask you guys to do this. This is boring for the video. Sine 23. And then once you're in degrees, you're good to go. 17.19 blah. 17.2 will go to the 10th again, like today. Thanks for asking, in class, what are we round to? Sorry, I forget that sometimes. Inches squared, though. Remember, this is an area, so that's why I wanted to cover that real quick. Ooh, class is over. See, school's over, but now in your homework at the end, like I told you, then we have something that looks like this. Ooh, so I'm checking. Are people just going to plug in numbers and then press enter? And they're going to be wrong on this because this is not side angle side. Ooh, unfortunately, this is that bad word. A, then S, then S. So I can't just plug these numbers in that formula. I need side angle side. So the angle that we need is this one, which also presents a challenge as well. How do I find that angle measure? Oh, he showed me how to find angle measures through the law of sines. So separate these triangles. There's an area formula, and then there's the law of sines to find parts of a triangle. And hopefully we can do that, yeah. So, but we got a problem. I have this angle and this side, so that's all good. And I need to find this angle. Why do I need to find that angle? Because I need SAS. I need SAS for this formula. That's when I can stick the numbers in. But I don't have the side opposite of that angle. Well, it's not a big deal. What you're going to do is find this angle and then 180 minus these two. So you do have to find some missing parts in order to make the formula work. So that's why I like this one. It's a good honors question. Not really, but I do this in regular class. We do this to cats. Although we haven't done this yet in cat. Cat, oddly enough, this is the last chapter we cover, and they will definitely see those, but it's not really a big deal. And then this is side B, which I don't know. That's why I couldn't find angle B right off the bat. So what I'm going to find is angle A and then do 180 minus. So sine of A over 6 feet equals sine of 89 over 9. Now go to my calculator. Remember, multiply by 6. So 6 times sine 89. This is the minimum of what I'd expect you to write. I pressed enter because if you don't close your parentheses, you're doomed. All right. Then divide by. So I pressed enter, then divide by 9. You get 0.6666. Ooh, okay, that's scary. And then you inverse sine that. So sine of A equals 0.66 blah, 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 blah. Don't, round. You just go right to your calculator screen and hit second sine. Remember, you inverse that. Okay, so second sine that ratio of sides. Trying to show my camera there. Press enter A. All right, so angle A is 41.8 degrees, but that's up here. So now, 48. I did an old switcheroo there. 41.8 degrees. But now I got to do 180 minus answer minus 89. Okay, then this is 49.2. 49.2 degrees. Now I have SAS. SAS. So now I go to the next step. What is area? Plug in the numbers and chug here. Plug and chug is what we call that. That's just sticking the numbers in a formula and then press and enter. So do understand why I had to kind of go around the triangle in order to finally get that angle measure included in between those two sides. You can know how to press in the calculator. I think at this point, the point is made.